and welcome to our interview with our expert. Today we have with us Fred Kroin. He is our expert business coach in the newest book of the Tax Goddess Guide series, which is Starting Your Own Business. So Fred, thank you so much for coming here today. We really appreciate all of your time and effort, and especially giving us all that extra knowledge for our readers. So with you being here today, what do you think is the most important reason that a business owner would have a business coach?
Well, there's obviously many facets to that, Sean, as you very well know, but I think the simplistic approach to that question is we're all humans. And as humans, we are often not the best judge of our own strengths and weaknesses, or if you want to be politically correct, call them opportunities for improvement. And a business coach can help assess you and evaluate your skill sets through either knowledge of how you interact with your business or other formalized behavioral profiling and communication style testing, and help you work through to identify those particular things that would be appropriate for you to work on to improve your business knowledge and or your success level as a business owner. And then ultimately, which is the most value business coaches have, to actually hold you accountable for the things you agree to do. Many people make commitments and they have the best intentions, but without someone to hold their toes to the fire, they tend not to get done.
Well, and so you bring up a very good point, Fred. If you've read the book or even kind of looked at it a little bit, you'll know that Mr. Fred Kroin here is my business coach, and without him, my toes would certainly not be in the fire. So I really appreciate him for that. So, all right, Fred, so what is the biggest mistake that you see a new business owner happening? What are they doing when they first open their business?
Most business owners typically make the mistake of trying to dive into the business. They've got a good idea, they've been told by friends that they'd be very successful at this, and they're passionate about it, so they just jump in with both feet. In a little bit more business language, they don't plan. And as I think you've heard me say many times before, if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, sorry. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
And that's super important because without the plan, you have no idea where you're going.
Absolutely.
So can you give us a couple examples of what you've seen?
Sure. Well, simply they don't set goals. They start a business and business is running. Kind of if they have enough money at the end of the month in the checkbook, they think they're doing okay. They may not allow for any considerations for cash flow in the future or how much cash they need to start the business or to get it running before it generates enough revenue to keep the business going.
Well, especially if they've just started and they don't have any savings to push that business forward to actually the point of getting clients or enough clients to support itself.
They may, in fact, not have established any metrics for how they're going to measure their business. They may assume that if they get a couple of clients and money's coming in, that's good enough, but they may not have any idea of how to what activities are actually creating the most success in their business. So those are really important. Also typically important is to understand your target market and to identify the criteria of the ideal client for your business so that you don't use a shotgun approach to going after business.
So just trying to get everybody.
Yeah, just because they have might need your services and are willing to pay for them doesn't mean they're good clients for you or that they'll be profitable for you.
Or that they'll spread the word about how awesome you are, because if you're not the right fit for them, they may think you were terrible.
Right, and you may not do a good job for them if they're the wrong client. So it falls back into the old wives' tale is the wrong word, but the cliche of to each his own. Do what you're good at, pick the clients that you'll serve best, and do the job and do it well. And then lastly, from a planning perspective, business owners are seldom the only one on the block who does what they do. We are all to some degree commodities. And it's really important to understand and to build into your marketing, advertising, website, value proposition, how is it that you're different from everybody else who does what you do?
What makes you special?
I mean, obviously the tax goddess has got this non-CPA persona that is just fabulous, and of course that differentiates you from the traditional conservative Not that they're any less competent potentially,
Absolutely not.
but somebody who dreads going to their CPA probably would be much more comfortable with someone like you than a more traditional old-style CPA.
And there you go.
So.
Perfect example. Okay. Well, and so Fred, for our watchers at home, or our watchers in their new business, so what is the one piece of business advice or life advice that you would give, that one special gold nugget, what would you give to our watchers at home?
I think the best advice I could give in general would be to don't be afraid to hire people who are smarter than you. Find people who complement your skills, who can do the things you can't or don't want to do. Some of us are very detail-oriented. Others of us are strategic visionaries. Whichever one you are, hire people who are the opposite. And again, don't be afraid to hire people who are smarter than you, because they will help you succeed and help you drive your business and the ideas that make you successful.
Well, and just like in the book, I mean, that's part of what we talk about, right? That you need your team of experts around you. And that's not necessarily your outsourced professionals, but also the people you're saying, also the people on your team, the people that work in your company. You want those people to be smarter than you and doing those tasks that you're not maybe so good at. So
certainly you can't expect to do it all yourself. And one of the biggest challenges for all the CEOs and business owners that I coach is getting them to focus on the things that are vitally important to their business, that they and only they can do, and to try to delegate or outsource everything else.
Absolutely. I love it. Love it. And so how can our watchers find you if they want to talk to the great Fred Kroin?
Well, I don't know if I'm great, but
fabulous.
In any case, I'm here in Scottsdale, Arizona. You can reach me on my through email at fred@goalpartners.com. That's GOALPTRS.com.
Fabulous.
And happy to hear from any of you, particularly if you're clients or friends of Shauna. She's been a great client. We've known each other for many years, and happy to contribute to the book and to do this interview with you.
Well, we're very happy to have you. So thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Take care.